Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Norwich City Career Mode. In this episode, we will have two games. Well, I'm starting to get a bit tired of saying that, but yeah, we will have two games, two incredible games. One against Arsenal, which is an incredible Champions League clash, and the second one against Manchester City in the Capital One Cup semi-final, second leg. So we could be through to the final today or not. So yep, the first one, like I said, against Arsenal, massive Champions League clash. If we win, we go ahead of them. If we draw, we stay fourth. And if we lose, unfortunately, we'll probably go down. But the first chance would come here in the 8th minute to us, as Hooper avoids a slide tackle, gives it to Bradley Johnson. Great through ball. Jerome's on the end of it, and he does indeed score for us. So it's Norwich 1, Arsenal 0. In the 9th minute, Cameron Jerome popping up to get on the score sheet, and I couldn't have asked for a better start. In under 10 minutes, we'd already been playing the ball round brilliantly, and Cameron Jerome, what a finish from him in the bottom left-hand corner. So Cameron Jerome comes up with another goal this season. That is his 7th goal this season, and he is on great goal-scoring form. So we're back, hopefully, in winning form, because the last two games, we haven't had any wins in, which has been disappointing. But in the 17th minute, Aaron Ramsey picked the ball up here for Arsenal, takes it around Olsen and shoots, but that's just wide of Reddy's post. But that was all that happened until half time. So at half time, we'd had more shots and shots on target, but Arsenal winning the possession battle. So in the 75th minute, quite far after half time, Santi Cazorla whips in a corner towards Ozil, who heads it. Olsen gets off the line and heads it into Reddy's hands brilliantly. But in the 84th minute, terrible free kick from Mertesacker. Ihan heads it on only as far as Cameron Jerome, who flicks it on to Gary Hooper, who let it bounce and then volleyed it. But it was just wide. But the last chance would come here as Hooper takes on Mertesacker, beats him brilliantly, shoots, great save off Spooner, but Jerome gets the rebound and scores for us. So it's Norwich 2, Arsenal 0 in the 89th minute here. So we basically won the game now. The fans at Carrow Road going wild because they know this Champions League clash, this could be a Champions League decider already, and this early on in the season to get the one up over Arsenal would be amazing. Cameron Jerome gets his 8th goal this season, so great from Hooper to beat Mertesacker there, and Jerome did the rest. But we did win the game 2-0, like I said, had more shots on target, but Arsenal won the possession battle. But after that, we do indeed get a transfer from Bradley Johnson from Arsenal, so they must have been impressed. But we did go ahead and reject that. That was a screenshot, so you couldn't assume we reject that there. But the second game of this episode, I'm going to probably go ahead and say the more important one, because if we win this, we're in the first final of the series. But we didn't do very well in the Cups last year, and this would be amazing to be in the final, and it would be against Crystal Palace. So I'm not going to go ahead and say one easy game. Actually, yes I am. What an easy game that would be, because we'd be in the final at Wembley. Norwich fans would be happy, raring to go, and that would basically be a win for us, and we'd win the Capital One Cup to, I think that secures EuroLeague. If it doesn't, we're going to get Champions League anyway, so we don't need that. But the first chance would come here as Astino whips into a Van Wolfswinkel, who scores for Norwich to put us 1-0 up in the 11th minute. Get in. And 11.5 minutes gone. Astino was going down the right, crosses it in, beats two men, including David Silva. Jerome wins a header ahead of company, and the goalkeeper, Willie Caballero, is left flicking at it. And what a header from Van Wolfswinkel. Got enough power behind it. Brilliant accuracy, and just under 12 minutes gone in the game, and we are already 1-0 up. So that is incredible, and we're 2-1 up on aggregate. But in the 14th minute here, Rusnak picks up the ball, gives it to Higuain. Norwich players all closing him down. There's about 6 on him. Get it away, and Whittaker heads it away, which is brilliant. In the 28th minute, Fernando picks the ball up here, gives it to Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure shoots with his right, and what an absolute beauty from the Ivorian midfielder from Manchester City. So he does tie the scoring up. It's 1-1 now in the game, 2-2 on aggregate, because we did draw the game 1-1 at Carrow Road, and it looked like it was going to be a 1-1 here, but it was very action-packed first half, 2 goals already, and I could see there being more goals in the second half. Yaya Toure gets his 4th goal in the Capital One Cup this season. But in the 42nd minute, just before half-time, Rusnak crossed it in towards Higuain, and Ruddy makes a superb save, but that wasn't until half-time. Just 3 minutes later, it does blow for half-time. We are winning the possession battle, but Manchester City having more shots and more shots on target. So in the 49th minute, Fernando picks up the ball, beats his man, gives it to Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure back heels it, Scott Sinclair back inside towards Toure, beats Whittaker, passes over, James Milner shoots, who's a beast on Ultimate Team, get him, and Ruddy makes a good save. In the 68th minute, Van Wolfswinkel picks up the ball here, going through the defenders, and shoots with a bit of power, but Cavallero makes a save. But just after that, Doran's whipped in the corner, come out, El Foe, chip the keeper, Mangala blocks off the line, and then hits his foot, it goes in the back of the net. So we're 2-1 up, an incredible goal there. It was headed off the line heroically by Mangala, but then Mangala bicycle kicked it in his own goal. It looked like the man on the line there for us slammed him in the back of the net, but the referee didn't give a free kick, and we are winning the game again 2-1. But in the 74th minute, great chance for Bamford, but he miskicks the ball there. And the last chance of the game would come in the 87th minute as Mangala plays a terrific through ball towards David Silva, who's one with John Ruddy. What a save from the keeper. There's a rebound there, it's headed. What a save by John Ruddy again. Keeps us in the game in the 89th minute. Brilliant from him. And that was full time. So Man City 1, Norwich 2. We would be through to the final against Crystal Palace. The score in the game, Manchester City 1, Norwich City 2, and on aggregate it's Manchester City 2, Norwich City 3. So an incredible chance to prove ourselves in the Capital One Cup final. We did deserve to win the game, had more possession, same roughly amount of shots and shots on target. So like I said, we are through to the final. Terrific. And by the way, because we beat Arsenal, we are up to second in the league with the game on hand on Manchester United, and if we win that game, we will be back to top of the league again. And here's confirmation that we will be playing Crystal Palace in the final of the Capital One Cup, which will be very soon. Now if you did enjoy this episode, leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Norwich City Career Mode very soon.